Or it will. Now it says streaming. Okay, give me 1 second. I do have some actual news to share. I just want to try to make sure. Okay, it says I have an excellent connection. There we go. All right, now we're cooking. Sorry about that, guys. Even though it's Friday, sometimes it's like that. I have my little magic hat on because we all need some magic. I booked a California trip this week that includes tickets for Disneyland. Um, so excited. They're going in the week that switches from October to November, so they'll get to see fall and the very beginning of Christmas in the park. So I'm really excited for them. Um, all right, let's go through some of our travel news. Universal is having Olympic viewing opportunities. If you're in Orlando, the NBC Bar and Grill, and they're also doing an outdoor viewing area close to where they normally do the parades. So look for those. I'm sure you'll see the big TV set up outside. I'm sure that is also weather permitting. I'm sure they're being careful with their technology. I certainly would be in their place. If you're in California, you can go to the movie theaters in City Walk, the big theater complex that's there, and they have Olympic coverage. I'm not sure which sports are where or any of that, but I'm sure if you ask somebody on site, they will tell you where you want to be, depending on what you hope to see most. While we're at Universal, they also put out a sneak peek of the Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, the new area that's going to be part of Epic Universe. There is going to be a Wizarding World France area. It looks from, and it's all they have is concept art. So in no way, do I guarantee any of this is actually what's going to be there when the areas are built. But currently, it's like a Parisian street, and you can go in the shops. It reminds me sort of Diagon Alley in Hogsmeade, and the streets with the big windows, and you can see magical creatures in the windows. In the little preview, there's a Niffler in one of the shop windows. So, but it's supposed to be Paris or France in the 1920s, and there are magical creatures about. And then you go in the Flow Network, and you get taken to the Ministry of Magic in London on the day that Dolores Umbridge has her trial. For those of us who have read the book or seen the movies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, you have time to get caught up before this opens. So you've got time. Go to your reading app or your public library. I've heard also that the audiobook for at least the first couple Harry Potter books are absolutely excellent. I have not listened to them myself, but I have had them highly recommended to me by a variety of people. Um, so, if you need to get up on your Harry Potter, this is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Return to Hogwarts is September 1st. If you want to do a last minute trip to Orlando or California to be in Hogsmeade um, during September 1st and ride the Hogwarts Express, let me know. We can probably still arrange that. Christmas in the Wizarding World is also pretty awesome. There is snow, there's special castle light shows, and don't forget if you're doing Christmas at Universal, you also get Minions. And if you're going to Orlando, you get the Macy's Parade balloons, and I think maybe some of the floats. I'm not sure about the floats, but I know the balloons go. Um, the Grinch, you can have breakfast with the Grinch, you can eat green eggs and ham. All the characters are going around in their holiday best, and they're looking for a chance to take pictures with you. And don't forget Mario Land. If you're in California, you have Mario Land. There's also the DreamWorks area in Orlando. So there is plenty to do to have a universal happy holiday. Um, but Harry Potter would probably be my favorite. It kind of always has been. Case in point, we made, before we went for the first time, my son's father and I made him read the books because we were like, we're going to want to spend days here and we don't want to hear on board. So you got to read the books and you got to understand the story and you got to get on board, because if you don't, you're going to have a miserable vacation. First book he was kind of on, the first book, there's all that stuff with there's some stuff in there that can be scary if you're on the younger side. By about the third book, he was totally hooked. So, and to be fair, we did give him the prize of, once he read the book and finished it, he could watch the movie version so that he would understand some of the things, because I know not everything. I know J.K. Rowling had a huge hand in the project and they've done it beautifully, but I also know that sometimes you got to be true to the book and the movie at the same time. So I wanted him to have both aspects of that. Okay, so we've done Universal. Don't forget, there's all kinds of cool holiday stuff you can do there. You can do a VIP tour. There's a Harry Potter package where you get a commemorative box and you get an ice cream flight and you get photos and you get I forget whether it's a special. It's a meal at one of the restaurants, and I think it's something special if memory serves. Um, so if you have a Harry Potter absolute fan in your life, it would make a great Christmas gift, graduation gift, just because gift. Great trip to take if there's an engagement ring in the future. It could be part of your honeymoon if you're going to California or Florida. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so actually, I don't want to go right to Disney because we always go right between these two. All right, so let's go sailing. Um, Bear with me. Um, let's go sailing. Viking has through the end of August, so you got a week or two to kind of figure it out and get it booked. Um, $25 deposits. Airfare is either free or greatly reduced, and there are also a couple other price reductions thrown in there depending on what you book. So if you want to do, for example, that Christmas market cruise I keep dreaming of, or Rivers of Light. I had a friend who took the Rivers of Light cruise last year, absolutely loved it. You can do a transatlantic crossing. There's Ireland, there's England, there's Mediterranean, there's all kinds of cool stuff you can do with Viking. They also have expeditions where you can go to Antarctica and help the scientists. They have river cruises, they have ocean cruises, and they have expedition cruises. The ones where you go to Antarctica and help the scientists are expedition cruises. But they are all really cool in their own right. So if you want to do one of those, get in touch with me. Don't forget, it's not too early. Okay, it's a little early, but it's not too early if you have something special happening next summer. You've got a number birthday, you've got a number anniversary, you've got a graduate. Maybe you've got a college graduate who's graduating in December, but you want to wait until the summer so you have better weather. Adventures by Disney might be just the perfect thing. If they're more of the cruise type, you could do a Virgin Voyage. Currently, Virgin has 70% off the second sailor for their holiday cruises if the second sailor is between 18 and 26. So you're basically looking at your high school graduates, your college students, probably your 4-year graduates, and your people who have gone on from who are working on master's and doctorate degrees. But they don't have to be college students. They just have to be in that age range. If you've got somebody that graduated and maybe they're celebrating their first year work anniversary, or they've worked really hard and they've gotten a big promotion, they've gotten certifications, they've gotten some kind of recognition, maybe a Virgin Voyage is just the way to celebrate it. So I can help you with that if you're interested. Okay, and we have some info on the new Disney cruise ship. I hope I didn't delete it. Okay. Okay. So for the first time in Disney Cruise Line history, first time, A Marvel superhero will be the signature Stern character on the Disney Destiny. It's going to be Spider-Man and the Spider-Bots. I loved that ride at California Adventure. I love the little Spider-Bots. I don't even like spiders, but I like the Spider-Bots. Um, and they are making a well-meant, if haphazard, attempt at decorating the filigree on the back of the ship with their infamous spider webs. Um, the Sanctum will be the Disney Cruise Line's first lounge inspired by the powerful sorcerers and mystical artifacts of Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange. Like all sanctums, this centrally located venue will contain mystical items designed to aid sorcerers in protecting the world, but it will also be home to entertainment, a magical array of cocktails, spirits, and coffees, and unique surprises from Doctor Strange's New York sanctum, including a circular mirror behind the bar that evokes the building's iconic window. Um, One other thing I read up on, the candy store on board is going to be themed after Edna Mode from The Incredibles. I know we're going to hear more, but if you're thinking of sailing, you might want to try to get on one of the early sailings for that ship. It sounds, there's not really a bad Disney ship, but they keep getting better and better. I love the fact that they're always trying to take it to the next level on the next ship. Okay, if you would prefer to stay on land, there are some ticket deals for you too. There's a 3-day Disneyland ticket offer. Purchase a 3-day ticket with admission to one park per day. And you can do it for as low as $50 per child per day. That's ages 3 to 9 or $83 for those of us who are over 10, myself included. You have to purchase the special 3-day one park per day ticket that is valid Monday through Thursday. Okay, East Coast. If you're a Florida resident, there is a room deal for you. And there is also a very similar room deal of up to 30% off depending on where you stay and when your exact dates are. If you are not a Florida resident but you want to go to Disney World. There are also certain packages where you get a park hopper upgrade. I don't know how many of those there are, and I'm sure they're going to go quick. But that is out there. Let me see. Oh, I didn't get the... Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, the discounted rates apply most Sunday to Thursday nights from October 6th to November 21st. Get free park hopper benefits when you take advantage of this offer and upgrade to a Walt Disney Travel Company room and ticket package that includes non-discounted 4-day or later date-based theme park tickets. So you have to buy your one park per day tickets and you have to buy at least 4 days worth. And then they will upgrade you to park hoppers as part of your part of making it a package. So that's pretty cool. I have to be honest, I haven't seen them do that, at least not recently. So that's pretty cool. And of course, there's all kinds of fun coming to the parks. There is food and wine coming to Epcot. There is Halloween coming to California and Florida. There is, of course, Oogie Boogie Bash on the West Coast and Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party on the East Coast. And then we have the holiday festivities. West Coast, Haunted Mansion is going to be back open for the Christmas overlay. Don't forget they also do Christmas for It's a Small World. And of course they have Mickey's Very Merry Holiday Party out there, just like they do in Orlando. And in Orlando they are bringing Jollywood back. I'm really happy they brought it back for a second year since I got rained out last year. I bought my Jollywood tickets last weekend. I reserved my hotel room. I still have to get my flights. But the majority of the trip is booked. I'm going to book flights in the next week or two. I also have to get our 1-day park hoppers, but that's That's pretty flexible too. I really just didn't want Jollywood to sell out, especially since we got rained out of it last year. I'm so excited to actually, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'd cross my ears if I knew how to, but they don't seem to want to do that. So, um, but fingers crossed we actually get to do Jollywood this year. Um, my son every year says, "I wish it was warm enough for shorts," because the last couple years we've been, it's been cold on the East Coast. So maybe he'll get his wish this year, which he probably will, since I noticed in our pictures from last year that my little gray zip up jacket with all the Christmas characters on it is looking kind of big and kind of worn. So I actually found a new one. So since I have a new one, it will probably be too warm to wear it because that's how that stuff goes. But we'll see. Maybe Mother Nature will take pity on me. Maybe he'll get a warm day and I'll get a cold day, and then we'll both be happy. Um, okay, I also want to give a shout out to all the people in Colorado battling the wildfires in California. Um, I also hear there's a lot of rain potentially coming to Miami this weekend. They're not sure yet, but it could be. So if you're dealing with weather, please stay safe. If you've had weather impact your life, I hope the impacts are minimal and short lived. And if you want to get away from it all, let me know. I can get you out of town for a couple days and get you that reset that you need. Um, Everybody have a great week. Stay safe, stay well. Let me know if I can help you travel or if you have any questions. I'm happy to start a conversation, answer a couple questions, maybe, put together a quote for you and see what happens. Um, there are plenty of other places to go. If you want to visit a big city, this is a great time of year to plan a New York trip. You can go up around Thanksgiving. You can see the parade. You can catch a Broadway show. You can eat at Ellen Stardust Diner. If you time it right and you stay long enough, you can watch them do the tree in Rockefeller Center. That's usually Thanksgiving weekend. Um, and then you also get to see the whole city decorated for Christmas. There's the Rockettes, and there's the old-fashioned shop windows at Macy's that have the scenes in them. That was always one of my favorite things. I loved the parade, but I also loved seeing the window because they're just really really cool. I have not been in a while. And it was long before I was a travel agent, so I don't really have any good video of the store windows, but they are really, really cool. So if you get there, take some video for me and share it with me, would you? But make sure you experience them and enjoy them. Don't forget, there's also like M&M is there, Hershey is there. You have all the cool stuff in Times Square. There are all the museums. There's the 9/11 Memorial. Um, there's something else I'm thinking of. The Empire State Building, of course. Top of the Rock. You can ride one of the double-decker tourist buses. There's so much you can do there. You really can find something for everybody in New York. So if you're looking for a city trip for the holiday, that might be a good one. There's also the other iconic cities. There's Chicago, there's LA. You could do one of the four cities that has a Gaylord resort, and experience ice, which is really honestly hard to describe. It's 5 degrees. You get a big, huge parka. You put on as many layers as you can underneath of it, and 99% of what's in the room with you is ice. Clear ice, colored ice, solid ice, tinted ice. It is absolutely magical. So if you have a Gaylord, or if there's a Gaylord in the vicinity of somewhere you want to travel, put that on your list of possibilities because it really is cool. All right, I'm going to go. Everybody have a great week ahead. Let me know if I can help you with anything, and I will see you next week. Bye. Yeah, let me sign out of everything. Let me